Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy today, fellow geeks. Well, today we will be reviewing Fuck This Place, or as the non-explicit title is, I Hate This Place, trade paperback, volume 1. It is published by Image Comics under the Skybound imprint. It is written by Kyle Starks. Art Yum Toplin is the artist, and Lee Lowridge is the colorist. This is a really interesting story. It starts out with a guy. He's meeting a couple people out in the woods at night because they just did a bank robbery, and they're there to split the money. The two dudes who showed up had buried the money to hide it, and they didn't let dude know because he had screwed him over in the robbery, and they're like, okay, we're going to come back tomorrow after you cool off and we will split it. And he's pissed off, so he kills him, and he wants to go look for the money. Then we switch to Trudy and Gabby. They are a lesbian couple who are together, and I think it's Trudy has inherited a farm from her aunt that she had only met once in her life. Trudy is this young woman who, is kind of an average person, and Gabby is a survivalist. And they kind of pack up and go out to this farm with the intent of keeping, it for the summer and then selling it off for the money so they can go off and do their little, live their life. Each person of them had kind of a rough childhood, a rough family life, and they want to just spend their time together. The problem is when they get to the farm, they get a videotape. There's a videotape that they find from her aunt, who is, aunt and uncle, they're already dead. You can tell she was on the verge of dying at this point, saying, you can't leave this place. This place is haunted. There's all sorts of shit going on in this place. There's aliens, there's ghosts, you have to stay in the house. The property is haunted. The house isn't, so you have to stay in the house at night. Don't go out into the woods. If you see the man with horns, run. And they don't believe her. And then so they've got this group of people that are coming to work on the farm to help them. And the one dude who had killed the other guys poses as one of the guys because he wants to go looking for the money. Well, it turns out that all the things that the aunt said is true. So they're sitting there trying to figure out how to leave the property. Now, I mean, how to exercise the property because they can't leave because it'll follow them. So they go to a tarot reader. They get a TV exorcist, and things just start getting all sorts of messed up because they've got the ghosts and the man with the horns dealing with them, and they also have what's his name, the guy looking for the money to contend with because he's sitting there he's throwing a monkey wrench into the situation, and it's a really kind of a fun story to see, what happens, and so you have things just keep mounting and mounting and mounting. It's got a really kind of an interesting little art style here, and kind of just fun people. Kind of a unique. I mean, you've seen this type of story before, but the people are kind of unique. And of course, "fuck this place" comes from a line spoken by her at some point in the book. And when I have all the floppies, when I read the floppy, sometimes it was kind of hard to remember exactly what happened in the previous ones before, because you boom, 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 you pick up one and then you read it, then you've got a whole bunch of other comics you read. Then you have to wait for the month and stuff. So reading the trade made the story more enjoyable and easier to follow because it's just all right there. You just right through until the end, which sets up for a part two. More of it because once they finish this part, it's to be continued. And I will be getting more because I like the characters because, they go, there's a good amount of character development in there, because each woman starts out one way, one is overly confident in her abilities, the other one is kind of doubting, and due to the situation that's going on, they have to meet and confront their fears, and they all become a little bit different and better at the end. And things just, part of it has been beaten, part of it has been solved, but there's still more to it. And I like how it's not just ghosts. It's and not just one or two. There's a bunch from a bunch of different time periods. So there's ghosts, there's aliens, and the guy with the horns. So there's a variety of different things they have to contend with. And, do they want to just stay in the house and not leave and be stuck there for 50 years like their aunt? Or do they want to try and beat it and sell the stuff for the money after they are able to sell off the cows? Because they had cows there that they wanted to, finish raising and then sell off at the end of the year like they would. So you've got that, and I think they did a really good job in conveying this moving the storyline along. So it collects 1 through 5, and I recommend this story just for the kind of the originality of the way the story is done. It's kind of entertaining. It's got some good humor to it, and it's a good read. So pick it up. I'm going to give it a 4.0 out of 5 and just say, get it. Anyway, let me know in the comments below whether you read it or not, what you thought of it. And like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.